Welcome back, guys. This is Kita pinching more of life. This series is called The Evolution of Self because sometimes life doesn't just change you, it breaks you open so you can finally see who you really are. I want to start at the moment everything shifted for me. Not the moment I walked away, but the moment I realized I was no longer myself. The beginning. I got married young. I was hopeful, trusting, and full of love. My husband was 20 years older than me. And at first, I felt like stability. It felt like guidance. It felt like partnership. We had two beautiful children together. And for a while, I believe we were happy. But sometimes what feels like love is really the beginning of a lesson, the shift. About 5 years into the marriage, things started to change. Not all at once, but slowly, quietly, in ways I didn't have the language for back then. I started noticing patterns, words that sounded supportive but never came with action, advice that felt more like control, a kind of monitoring that made me question myself. I didn't know what gaslighting was at the time. I just knew something felt wrong, losing myself. I was a woman who always saw the good in people. I didn't think badly of anyone, especially not my husband. But over time, I realized the person I thought I married was no longer the person I was living with. He mirrored me, my energy, my faith, my intelligence, my youth, but it wasn't alignment. It was attachment. It was control. And little by little, I felt myself shrinking, losing my voice, losing my identity. The breaking point. My year seven, by year seven, I knew deep in my spirit that we were not aligned. I asked for a divorce. I wasn't angry. I wasn't empty. I was tired of everything being one sided, tired of being the villain for expressing my feelings, tired of nothing ever being resolved. So I started preparing mentally, quietly, strategically, not because I wanted to hurt him, but because I needed to save myself. I didn't want to be one of those women who stayed just because we had children. I wanted my kids to see a mother who chose herself, a mother who chose peace. The spiritual warning. As I started improving myself, my health, my confidence, my boundaries, the tension grew. My spirit kept warning me. Something felt off. Something felt unsafe. And then a moment came that confirmed everything my intuition had been telling me. A moment where my safety was threatened. A moment that broke me in ways I never expected. I won't go into detail, but I will say this. When you feel your spirit is listening, listen. When your spirit is speaking, listen to it. The aftermath. In that moment, I felt like I lost everything, my identity, my trust, my sense of safety. But God did not let me fall. I was on the edge emotionally, but the Holy Spirit held me together. He placed people in my life who became my community. He reminded me that even in the darkest moment, I was not alone. In closing, that was the moment I broke, but it wasn't always the moment I began to evolve. But it was also the moment I began to evolve. In the next episode, I'm going to share what happened when the mask falls off. When you finally see the truth for what it is. Thank you for listening. Thank you for witnessing my evolution. And if you're going through something similar, I want you to know your breaking point is not your ending, it's your awakening.